Hello everybody and welcome to a little bit of a revamped version of the deck that I use to get to Legend. So instead of the good old original Glowtron, we have the repair bots, and instead of the good old Click Clocker, we have Drone Deconstructor, because being able to get something with magnetic to your hand is actually really good in this deck. Other than that, it is essentially a generic kind of control-y Voltron Paladin deck. So let's go by the play-by-play. We have Repair Bot, which works well with our 1-drops to be able to get more value, but also start a really big board. We have Amalgam of the Deep, as well as a Gorilla Bot, so then we can get some Discover bullshit. We have Galvanizer and Mech Warper, so we can get some mana cheat. We have Security Automaton, because this card literally can win games by itself. We have Radar Detector and Stonehearth Vindicator, so that we can get a lot of card draw. Azaran Mooncatcher works really well with our hand buff hero power, eventually. Skyclaw works extremely well with Security Automaton, and also is just a great card by itself, as well as being able to activate Mimiron's head. We have Bubblebot, which just gives more sustain to all of our minions via Divine Shield. As I said before, Mimiron's head. We are going to be playing Voltron. When I was climbing to Legend, Voltron actually won a bunch of games that were going to be unwinnable if it was not for Voltron. So do not count him out, he can do a lot of work. We have Zilliax for kind of try to, get back into the game kind of a feel. Also, if we have Zilliax into a bear bot, that is absolutely insane. We have Leviathan just for a little bit more, consistency. Also, this deck was made a bit ago. As well as Lightforged Carrier. So that is it for the deck list. Let's get into the games. Okay, we have a Priest. Everyone's favorite class. I don't like Priest or Druid personally, but that's my personal bias. We want to get the Skyclaw, if possible, because we could Galvanizer into Security Automaton, do some crazy things there. As always, it's always some sort of Shadow Priest bullshittery that no one enjoys. If it's actually Aggro Priest, fair enough, that's an actual deck. If it's not Aggro Priest, please just choose a different deck. Okay. Okay, that's actually more reasonable. We'll keep that because Security Automaton. Interesting that they wouldn't just hero power. There's the ship's cannon. Okay, it is aggressive Priest. So isn't the lamest thing in the universe. But it is close. So we do actually have a lot of little buffs here. So we should have a lot of health to be able to soak up a bunch of the pirates, which will really help, as well as our Divine Shield just being annoying. Okay. Ooh, drawing patches, not what you like to see. Does make life a little easier for us though, which I really do appreciate. They have to spend their turns killing our minion, and this has basically sealed their fate. Especially if you top jack Radar. Really unfair if you do that, honestly. Summon another one. Like, we don't need this to win anymore. So because of that, we can kind of just summon it as a threat. And if they don't take it seriously, well, we have the Skyclaw. Wow. I'll show you why that was a bad idea, friend. Ah, feels great, man. We will hit into this. We will Skater Boy. See you later, boy. Into that. We do get the, this will die. But then we'll be able to Skyclaw again. And be able to do more shenanigans. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough, I'm afraid. Another Skater Boy, see you later, boy, is in our future. Well, actually, funnily enough, we can hit into this and then just do this, and then it's fine from hero power. And that's why this card is bullshit. We don't even need the Zilliax to defeat this type of priest. But boy howdy would I like one. Ooh, they're playing the old version of this deck. That's cool. I like the old version. Let's discover a mech to try to get what we want. Hero power. We'll try to Mimiron's head. We'll try to. Unlikely. They could thrive in the shadows. Discover some stuff. Let's give him a turn. Let's see if he can source. He can't. Well, we get to Voltron. Bully the priest player. Come on, if you're gonna watch the animation, you may as well let the player actually do it, but okay. On to our next match. Okay, we're going against a mage, and if you know anything about mage, it's gonna be Secret Mage. The name is Santana, which is a character from a few animes. This is a pretty interesting hand, honestly. I think I'm gonna keep it, because we'll coin Radar Detector into Galvanizer into haha hee hee fun, have fun. You're not gonna have fun, but try to have fun. One thing about this deck is we do run, oh right, it's Secret Mage. I forgot, no fun allowed, Secret Mage. I really dislike Secret Mage. I really don't understand why they made it better. No counterspell though, so it feels good.
Job's done.
So we did hit either the Stone Hearth, another Radio Detector, or we hit the Lightforged Carryall at the bottom of our deck. However, next turn, we had the potential to start absolute doohickeys of damage. Oh man, this is gonna be absolutely fucking insane. The value we're gonna get next turn. And they can't even do anything about it. Because even if they play like an objection, it's not gonna deal with the bullshit that we're gonna give them. Object to this. That's what I thought. Ooh, Magnetic Wind Fury, that seems pretty good to me. Especially since we can do it to this. This is why that card is good, by the way. They have to kill this, and as long as they don't have the 2-mana 2/3 that they just played before, as long as they don't have that card, which is Anonymous Informant, that does the same thing. Oh, right. We'll see. That's objection gone. So we want to summon this into this into hit that. And the reason why is because we want to Mimiron's head as fast as possible. Because if they summon like we need to be able to have a board where we can do this, right? So it might actually be better to Stone Hearth. Yeah, Stone Hearth. Sadly enough. But we need to navigate enough shit. That's good. These are all pretty shitty, but this is a really cool tech we could do. Is we could summon the Mechanosaur, and this is actually the card I was thinking of with my Reborn deck that got me to 500 wins. Was you Mechano Egg with a Zilliax and then clone it 25 times. Okay, so it could be deal 6 damage to the next enemy. And if it is, we want to be ready to beat it.
Excuse me, you are on...
And it seems like they are slightly afraid. So I'm gonna drop it to see. Get checked. Outplayed. That is also 3 of their summon negations gone. So we are handling this very fucking well. And if they get rid of their board, they're basically getting rid of all of their interactions too. Which means they will be able to Mimiron's head. Feels good. So we will start with a mech's cost 1 less. Go into one of these. Go into one of these. Go into one of these. And then, if they don't do if they can't do anything against Voltron, which they might be able to, maybe. Actually, probably not, honestly. They could easily have Ice Block, so they could feel like they could do something. This is gonna be a great turn. See if it's a summon secret. It is not. And it was not an ice block either, so win for us. Let us get on to the next game. Here we are in another game. We are going against a Warlock, so most likely going to be a good old scary boy. This is a perfect hand. Mech Warper, turn 1 into XR21 or X21. I don't know what XR is. Extreme, obviously, because we're going to get extreme value from this game. Please be the discard Warlock. Because I think at this point, as much discard Warlock, like, they didn't play anything turn 1, so we won't either. Just because, if we can draw so much surplus of cards, it's actually really crazy. Yet again, we did hit a Lightforge Carryall, a Stone Hearth Vindicator, or only one of those two, actually. Yep. So this makes it a little bit harder, but it's fine. We're going to try to get a lot of value. I guess this is the reason why they play the target dummy, to try to make this safe. Ooh, they're going to regret discarding that card. Especially because this is going to be turn 5 play now. So they're afraid. Fair enough. Well, anyway, time to go absolutely fucking ham. Magnetic and Rush, that's actually ridiculously good for us. We can now summon this for free. We can now summon this, which gives us Reborn. And I think we will just simply do this onto these two, hit into this, then draw literally our entire deck again. We got the Mimiron's head, and then we'll end turn. So, you discarded Dark Bargain there, friend. And it wasn't via this dude either, well, this lady. Oh, it did, actually. That's actually so nice that it tells you what card they discarded. So that's actually really good on them, then. I guess with Paladin, it's always going to be some sort of buff, isn't it? It would be really fun to try to... I really want to do a Corpse Taker deck. And try to, like, is Corpse Taker able to be good in a current year kind of video. So sad to see this be 5 mana. Holy shit. That is so fucking good for us. Discarding all of the... Not all of them, but most of them is fucking insane. Anyway. Another board! And if they kill our big threat here of the security automaton, we can just summon Mimiron's head and then we can just say haha funny. Or honestly, if they kill anything, we'll just summon Mimiron's head anyway. Because we can. Because we can hit for a bit of damage and then summon Mimiron's head. Which either makes them have to clear the entire board or clear the minion. That's not going to stop us. Yep. Get hit, idiot. Furthermore, reborning a Voltron is scary shit. Soul Barrage, fair enough. Still doesn't stop us. Actually makes it worse. Because now we can get a 6 attack. Welp, well, you've heard it once. You've heard it twice. Now let's hear it thrice. Let us hear the good old theme of Voltron. Yeah, I win. Look at that boy. He's large. On to another game. Okay, we have a priest player. Will they be playing fun? Will they be playing not fun? That is what we will have to see. This is overall an okay hand, so we'll take it. This golden is so... Like, oh god, I can't believe I had to make this golden. Like, it's a really good card, but, like, also, goddamn. Anytime I see, like, so much dust spent on a card, I'm just like, man, that could have been, like, this could have been, like, a legendary, you know what I mean? I do think I had it in, like, normal epic, and I just upgraded it, so it's not the worst. And, yet, we have another boring player. Awesome. Unless, as I will always say, unless it is aggro priest, just don't bother playing that card. Okay, it's aggro priest. We actually have a game on our hands. Awesome. I enjoy actually having a game on our hands. Clear that, get a bit of a board going. Let's begin. Are they gonna try to go for the pirate ship cannon, whatever it's called? No, Void Touched Attendant. Okay. Shadow Bomber. That's like, I think these are the only 2 epics you need for the deck. I'll probably craft the deck, honestly. No matter what, this is good. That is probably the best option. Although we only killed a 1/1, so maybe there were better options. The worst one would have been stealth. because it would have done literally nothing. The great thing about this is even if they kill that, we still get the magnetized stuff back. Which is really freaking handy. If I do that, nah. Let's just go get some more mechs. Aw, man. That's the funniest, I think. And it's... Jesus. It's the most interesting as well. Because if we can get a poisonous, we can literally like give him poisonous divine shield, and then yeah. Also, in general, like dealing 1 damage could actually mean a lot against an aggressive strategy. So it could also be really good for that purpose too. Let's see what they do. We also have a 5 attack, 4 mana rush. So if they summon something in like generally bad for us, we can also deal with that. Psyfiend. Okay. Like, this is what I mean. Like, when you play aggressive priest, it's like, oh, okay, there's like this cool synergy, and man, there's this card and this card. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. But then every other priest deck in the world is just like, what if I just sat in corner and jerk? And you just sit there just like, wow, that's really cool. I would love to play the game. And they're just like, denied. And that's why we don't like priests, just because they just sit down and not do anything the entire game. If they have a single other pirate in hand, I'm going to be mad. Hit this. Divine Shield. Hit this. Re-Divine Shield. Get all those Divine Shields going. I do think that out of all of the aggressive strategies, this is probably one of the weaker ones, is Aggro Priest. It does have the potential to go really ham, but I also feel like it kind of stumbles over itself. It wants to summon the Attendant, but it also wants to summon Ship's Cannon, and it really feels bad unless you draw the, yeah. How much damage is this? This is 7 damage on board. Yeah, may as well. Basically make it so he has like no HP. I don't know, if he's playing Reno, he's playing Reno, and you kind of just have to GG that. Personally though, because we have a Light Forged Carriel, we should be fine. Come on, 0. Please don't have 0 brain cells and actually do something. Be interesting if they had like Shadow Word Death or something. Fair enough. Yeah, it must be very unfortunate to play this deck. Because, like, sometimes it's absolutely crazy, but it's the entire pirate fallacy. You either go big or you go home. Well, on to the next game. Okay, we are against a Warlock. Let's see how we're able to go with this game. We do have a good amount of stuff. As long as we can get some mana discount, it would be really good. We'll get rid of these 2. It might be a bad idea, but I think overall, we just need the mana cheat. We need to be able to do something crazy, or else we're probably just going to get smoked. Yeah, we're probably just going to get smoked, honestly. That's probably the worst one. I do want to see, like, all of them next to each other on a card. I think that would be really cute. What? Ah, imp. Okay. I was so confused. Just so we can get this out. Imp Warlock, though. Haven't seen that in a while. Really? Really? That petty, huh? That's outstanding. You love to see that, though. And we will now draw like 5 cards, because the only time you're allowed to draw cards in Paladin is when you're playing a deck that's unfair. Which I hate so much. I hate that the only times you can draw cards in Hearthstone as Paladin is when you're playing a overly aggressive deck. I just want to have Control Paladin be a thing, you know? Pure Paladin is kind of there. It feels like that's the only time they print cards that are control-y, is when they're doing fucking Control Paladin. Okay. We'll see what we can get off of this. We're playing against imps. I would imagine that that is good. We'll see what we get and if it's worthwhile. Yeah, it's kind of worthwhile. Light show? I guess that's because we're playing light bulbs? Okay. Kind of interesting. I wonder where the did the spark bulbs just like sit on them and be like, hey. Bunch of 3/3s, huh? Well, we can kill 1. We can kill 2. We can kill 3. And then we can discover a mech. Oh, Mimiron's head. I love that guy. I think against Warlock, like a Imp Lock, I think Mimiron's head is probably going to be guaranteed lethal. Because I don't know why, but I kind of just physically doubt they would have much prevention of Mimiron's head. Oh well. Okay. Beat me now. I dare you. You're gonna get cooked by Mimiron's head. You're not playing the most, like, meta deck, though, so I do kind of feel a little bad. But, just sit there patiently, let me do my thing. I want to have a little bit of fun. And now I would like to hit you for 32 damage. Or something, I don't know. Math can be hard. But let's get on to the final game, shall we? Okay, Priest. It feels like Priest, honestly, is our greatest rival in life. Other than Druid, which is PTSD, honestly. We'll see how this goes. Because it could just be, yet again, it could just be another aggro priest, and if it's aggro priest, tempo is probably very important. Although, literally against like an aggressive, all-in aggressive strategy, it's probably way more important to do some crazy shit, honestly. Yeah. If you get like Wind Fury, or Divine Shield, or Taunt even against an aggressive strategy, you probably just want to play that immediately, right? Damn! Immediate, just like, no. I see what that card can do. It is not fun. Enhancer Mechano is fun. It can do a lot, so it's interesting. Look at all these different particle effects and stuff, back when Hearthstone gave a damn. This one is like, sometimes I'll have a cool effect, but most of the time, no. Palm reading. Yeah, this is a sit in the corner, jerk off priest. I almost went to turn on like some like videos and just like watch videos and just wait for my opponent to do what they need to do. I was so tempted to. But I stopped just in time. We'll just do this now and see how this goes. I mean, they're one turn away from Reno, so they kind of have to do something. Man, I hate the bullshit this. Well, I guess it's only Dredge, so it's fine. Okay, well there's the priest done. Tried to sit around for 50 turns. No, get aggroed. And again, we are against a priest. It feels like they just really don't want us to have fun today. I really don't understand the idea of people playing priest. If you want a control deck, play warrior. Infinitely more interesting. Just in case we don't have anything good on 3. We have something good on 1. We can hero power on 2. It's surprising that they never did a, like, I don't know, like a card that's like, if you only have mechs in your deck. Or something similar to that effect. Like, your hero power becomes summon a mech. Or something like that, you know? I mean, this is just free value. And then if he doesn't deal with it, maybe we magnetize more things onto it. I think it would be really cool to try to play a, like, magnetize hand buff deck. Because there is, like, another card with this that you can play. Okay. Vindicator. I wonder how many players are like, damn, this deck's golden. Hopefully, you know, it's not too much of a rare. Only 3. Damn, we hit like, because we did that, we hit 2 cards. Radar Detector and Lifeforged. I feel like Lifeforged has always been on the bottom of our deck, though, honestly. Ooh, interesting. The boring card. Less interesting for me. Let's see what we get. I can just be summoned. Yeah. Magnetizing doesn't count as summoning, so there's no real reason. Like, I feel like this card is the only card that's, like, okay with it just kind of standing around, because it looks like it's ready for battle. It's waiting for its opponent to come in. But, like, look at this, right? Like, yeah, it does the arm and down, but it has, like, so much, like, beautiful animation. It has, like, this shimmering in the background. They killed it, because obviously, of course they did. It's a fucking, like, really good card. Well. What are you gonna do now, priest? Sit around in your corner, having people have no fun whatsoever? Surprisingly, we have a... Priests, am I right? As soon as you get them close to death, they're just like, I can't play anymore. And it's like, then stop playing. Stop playing priest. No one likes it. Well, maybe this will be the last game. Okay, we are against a shaman. Let's see if this will be the finale where the opponent doesn't concede on turn 5 because we have lethal. It is a shaman though, so they're probably actually playing the game. So, probably should be a bit better. Keyword probably. Man, the interesting problem with this deck is like almost all of the cards are like 1 man. Ooh, you get to see all of the effects. Poisonous, stealth, reborn, lifesteal. That's cool. Summon the boy. They are playing Even Shaman, so I'm terrified. Even Shaman is so scary for some reason. Like, whenever I play with any other class, the game is just like, oh man, you know what? That's not that bad. This one deck loses so hard to Even Shaman. I don't even know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind as the pendulum swing. Anyway. Hopefully we'll be able to hit into this. I don't know. Do some crazy stuff. Why would you do that? Okay, you're setting up. Okay, fair enough. Well, if you're gonna set up, then I might just set up. Oh yeah, that's a fucking setup if I've ever seen one. I think if they're setting up, we want to have a board ready to counteract anything that they're actually doing. We may as well have this be ready to kill something. Now the idea here is that they're obviously going to like totemic might or do something big because they summoned a bunch of totems and didn't do anything. So because of that, we want to set up our bubble bot as soon as possible. Because I think the only way you really win this matchup a lot of the time is by setting up so many taunts and stuff that they can't get through with their crazy damage. And then you slowly defeat their board. At least from like all the pain and suffering I've been through. It's really nice to be able to beat one of these. May as well. And then... Yeah, honestly, we'll just do it like this. We'll get rid of that one. Might be the misplay, but I think it's a pretty good idea. So yet again, we have a big board, all Divine Shield, because of Bubble Bot, who actually has a pretty good golden animation, not gonna lie. This one does too, because there's like the musical notes, there's a few things flying in the background. This one, it just looks brighter and nicer in that way. But it's nothing too crazy. Are you seriously not killing the #1 thing you should always kill? Is this person okay? Did someone hurt him? Is he okay? I'm so confused. Okay. They did make it so you can now do this whenever you want, which is nice. I'm just gonna do this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We'll try to control. You know what? We'll try to control this. We have Life Forged Carriel in our hand, so we do have a bit of protection. Why are people running Crackle? By the way, Crackle has a really good golden animation. It looks really nice. So if you ever want to play that Questline Shaman OTK Bioluminescent deck, golden your Crackles. And snap, crackle, pop your way to victory. That's a good idea in a way. Okay. We will deal with this. I'll take the minion loss. I think the taunt is more important, honestly. Okay. It seems like we've won. They played really weirdly. I guess I'll just have to end it here with this one, most likely. Who knows though, maybe they'll pull it back with some like crazy play that no one was expecting. I don't think so. Okay, well it was a nice run, but unfortunately, GG. Now we'll get into the deck profiling, I guess. Like, we'll go into the synopsis of the deck. Back into Diamond 3 we go. So, what do I think about this deck in general, right? Well, what I think about this deck is it's funny. It can sometimes get the win. But is it really worth getting? No. Is it really worth crafting Mimiron's Head Golden? Really no. And the version beforehand would have been way worse as well. I honestly... wrong deck. This is Paladin. This version of the deck here is what I highly recommend playing. This version is actually really, really good. I think it's actually, like, amazing. This is from, like, Legend, from this season. It has a lot of cool shit in it. Crusader Aura is pretty cool. You can get Wind Fury from your drones. This has Wind Fury as well, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do as well. This, honestly, is basically replacement Ziliax anyway, so there is that as well. But yeah, if you're looking for a mech deck, I highly recommend doing this. If you've been playing long enough, Snip Snap you should already have Snip Snap in gold. Ziliax is free because of the free legendaries. And then other than that, I think Crusader Aura is also free for Paladin for this season or like year until rotation. So there really isn't too much you have to pay for. There's essentially just the radars and the stone hearths, and like that's it. Like it's only like a legendary you have to get essentially to make this deck, and I think that's really, really good. But for good old Voltron, I don't think it's too crazy, but it's still a blast to use. I hope you all really enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.